What's up, guys? My name is Truman. I am in my late 20s. I have a home. I have investments. I've got some retirement funds. I've got a wife, a kid. I got a full-time job. Got dogs, got all that stuff, right? Got life, just as everybody else does. I have a full-time job, as I think I just said, and I'm going to see if I can start a business on the side. So the business that I started is a junk removal / dump trailer rental business, basically. So I started this business. I don't have any kind of background in construction or junk removal or anything like that, to be completely transparent. The only junk removal service or experience that I would say I really have ever had was helping clean up after a tornado. Probably that was like 12 years ago. That's the only thing I've really done. That's the only thing I've really done in terms of junk removal and all that. But anyway, why am I starting this channel? Why am I, documenting all this stuff? So I have always been very interested in entrepreneurship. I've been very interested in different businesses and starting my own and building something for myself. And so that's really why I started this. I wanted to document kind of that process for other people out there. Because there's a lot of gurus out there. There are a lot of people that say, oh, do this, do that, and you're going to make, millions of dollars or whatever, right? Like, for example, I recently got on a webinar against my better judgment. I got on a webinar and listened to this guy talk for 3 hours. And his promise was, you were going to, I don't want to give it away because I don't want to talk trash. Because I think in a lot of ways, some of those guys can be respectable and should have some respect. But this guy was claiming that you were going to exponentially improve or exponentially grow your business in 90 days if you listen to this webinar for 3 hours. And all it was him selling his course. So I wanted to kind of document this and kind of show the real life grind of starting a business from scratch and the day in and the day out. Previously, I've owned a couple businesses. I started a fishing tackle business back when I just got out of high school, after I just graduated. Did that for a little while, about 2 years. It did okay. Couldn't sustain life off of it where it was when I left or anything like that, but it was okay. It was fun. I'll give it that. I started a food truck years ago as well. Maybe one day I'll go over a video of some of the things that I learned from starting a food truck and the different ins and outs of that, the pros and cons of it and all that stuff, because that was a grind, let me tell you. But and then now I've got this one. So there's a couple of other businesses that I've kind of been involved in but not necessarily started, or whatever the case was. But I was kind of wanting to start this whole YouTube channel and start doing videos to kind of help document the different the different experiences and the things that come up. And I hope that you guys follow along, because I'm going to go over, like I said, the daily grind, the in and out of starting a business, the things to think about, the things to do, mistakes, all that good stuff. And then as well as talk about other business opportunities that might pop up. Like, for example, right now, I've got we'll see if it's an opportunity. I signed a confidentiality agreement, so I won't give too many details on it, so I don't get sued. But there is something that I'm looking at right now. I'm looking at investing in, and maybe we'll go over that, real high level or something like that. So we're gonna see if we can scale this business to where it can be kind of passive for me at some point. Who knows? Maybe it turns out to be a complete bust. But that's kind of the fun in starting a business, is you get to kind of that's kind of the fun in starting a business, is there is risk involved, but it's also kind of fun to see what you can do with it and see if you can solve these different problems. I like to solve problems, so it's always been fun for me. So I hope you guys follow along and watch me through this journey or whatever, and hopefully I can get you started on your own journey and encourage you to take a chance and take a risk. So we'll see you guys on the next one. I appreciate you guys watching.